You keep referring to the FBI. When asked how many shell casings were on the roof, you referred to the FBI. When asked if there were explosives in the car, you referred to the FBI. When asked if Crooks was acting alone, you referred to the FBI. See a common theme here? I can go on and on. My question is, who at the FBI should I speak with?
What does it take to keep your job after one of the biggest security failures in recent memory? During a tense congressional hearing, Representative Lisa McClain put Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatle directly in the hot seat over the attempted assassination of President Donald Trump. McClain wasn't looking for vague answers or repeated references to an ongoing investigation. She wanted accountability, and she made that clear from the very beginning. I watched McClain begin by recognizing the Secret Service agents who put their lives on the line to protect President Trump. But then she turned her attention to Director Cheatle. McClain delivered a blunt message. If Cheatle wanted to keep leading the Secret Service, the best way to do that was simple. Answer the questions being asked by Congress and the American people.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And first of all, I want to thank the Secret Service agents, those who work tirelessly to protect our president, and specifically those agents who did not hesitate to jump in front of President Trump. And my heart goes out to the family of the Comptoir family and the people at the rally who are still recovering. On the other hand, the Secret Service has a leadership problem, and it falls on you. And although I appreciate your hollow words that the buck stops here, I was actually hoping for some answers. Director Cheatle, you must answer to the American people if you want to stay in charge. It's really, really simple. You want to keep your job, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. The best way to keep your job is to answer the questions, not play this shell game, not sing the Slim Shady song, wasn't me? I mean, come on. How long did you prepare for this hearing?
I've been preparing for this hearing over the weekend and into last week.
Okay. 5 days? 6 days?
As soon as I was notified
And how long was that?
about this hearing,
Okay. 4 days?
I began preparing.
4 days? 3 days?
I'm not sure the date that I got the letter asking me to be here.
What are you sure of? Are you sure the color of your hair? Are you sure the color of your suit? I'm just, like, tell the American people, what are you sure of? You don't even know when you started preparing for the hearing? I mean, the biggest hearing of your life, and you have no clue? You can't remember when you started preparing for this hearing? Can you understand why those words seem hollow to the American people who are supposed to entrust their faith in you?
I assure you, the moment I received notification.
But you can't remember. You got a little Alzheimer's, dementia going? I mean, what, you can't remember.
I have several active investigations going on and an operational agency to run.
Okay. All right. But you want to take accountability, right? The buck stops with you, right?
I am taking accountability.
Super. Then let's start with trying to answer some questions. You keep referring to the FBI. When asked how many shell casings were on the roof, you referred to the FBI. When asked if there were explosives in the car, you referred to the FBI. When asked if Crooks was acting alone, you referred to the FBI. See a common theme here? I can go on and on. My question is, who at the FBI should I speak with? Wait for it. Wait for it.
The FBI is responsible for the criminal
Is there a name?
I'm not certain.
I'm not certain.
Who at the
All right, here we go.
FBI
I'm
is
not
running the
certain. I
investigation.
don't know. Let me ask a different question. Have you been in communication with the FBI?
Yes, I have.
With whom?
I speak with the director and the deputy director.
Okay. And what have they shared with you about this investigation? So I'll give you an opportunity to answer again. Did they share with you how many shell casings were on the roof?
They have shared with me the evidence.
Did they
they've collected.
share with you how many shell casing were on the roof?
Yes.
Okay, how many were there?
I would refer to the FBI for their
How
investigation
many were there?
and their information that they need to share in their investigation.
So they've shared the information with you. You just don't want to share the information with us, correct?
We have concurrent investigations that are going on.
So they have shared this information with you. You know the answer to the question. You just refuse to answer the question from the member of Congress who has subpoenaed you to be here. Is there a different answer to that question?
I was always willing to come here and testify before this oversight hearing.
Beautiful, then let's
Wasn't a-
do that.
that was
Let's
necessary.
for once have your actions match your words. So you've been in communication with the FBI. You know the answers, and you refuse to tell us the answers. So I will ask you again. You know how many shell casings were on that roof. What is the answer to that question?
I think it's pertinent to
What
talk.
is the answer to that question?
I think it's pertinent to talk to you about the information that the Secret Service has and that the Secret Service knows related
I'm
to the
asking
events
you
on
an
that day.
answer to the question. If you're supposed to be in charge, if the buck stops with you, how come you can't share the answers? What are you covering up? What are you hiding, my friend?
I'm not covering anything up.
Then why can't you answer a simple question?
I would leave it to the criminal investigation to answer questions related to that.
When you talk to the FBI and you ask them how many explosives, well, let me ask you, did you ask them how many explosives were on the roof? Did they answer that question? Or in the car, excuse me. Did they answer that question for you?
Yes.
Yes. So you know the answer to that question that my colleagues have asked you. But again, you refuse to give us the answers. You're playing this wasn't me. Well, I submit to you, if you can't, and it's not a can't, it's a won't. It's not a can't. It's not a I don't know. It's a I choose not to answer the question. Well, let me tell you, Ms. Cheatle, if you're going to lead, you need to lead. If you want to be in charge, then answer the question or step aside and have someone with the courage and the guts to answer to the American people the questions that they deserve answers to.
Her argument was that leadership isn't just about taking responsibility after something goes wrong. It's also about being willing to provide answers when lawmakers demand them. McClain then questioned Cheatle about her preparation for the hearing. She pressed the director on when she received information about the incident and how much time she had to prepare. When Cheatle appeared uncertain about certain details, McClain questioned how the head of the Secret Service could arrive at such an important hearing without clear answers. For McClain, the issue wasn't simply preparation. It was whether the American people could have confidence in the agency's leadership. Then the questioning shifted to the FBI. McClain pointed out that Cheatle repeatedly directed questions toward the FBI, including questions involving shell casings, explosives, and whether the suspected shooter acted alone. McClain wanted to know who in the FBI Congress should speak with to get those answers. Cheatle referenced conversations with FBI leadership, but McClain continued pressing. She wanted to know what information had already been shared with the Secret Service, and why Cheatle couldn't provide more direct answers. The confrontation intensified when McClain asked about the number of shell casings found on the roof. Cheatle declined to provide the number, citing the ongoing criminal investigation. But McClain wasn't satisfied. Her point was essentially this: if the information had already been shared with Secret Service leadership, why couldn't Congress get a straightforward answer? She challenged the idea that the problem was simply not knowing. In McClain's view, it appeared to be a decision not to answer. McClain then delivered her strongest message of the hearing. She told Cheatle that if she was going to lead the Secret Service, she needed to actually lead, and that meant answering difficult questions. Her message was direct. Accountability can't simply be promised. It has to be demonstrated. And if the director couldn't provide the answers Congress was demanding, McClain suggested that someone else with the willingness to do so should take responsibility. The exchange highlighted the growing scrutiny surrounding Secret Service leadership after the attempted assassination of President Trump. Lisa McClain made her position clear. The best way to keep your job is to answer the questions. The hearing raised serious questions about preparation, communication, accountability, and the agency's response to the security failure. What do you think? Did McClain get the answer she was looking for? Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Congressional confrontations and breaking political news.